Oh, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are working on our gamer ICC profile generation, where the context for this project is I want to see in video games. I change my monitor settings to see correctly. In fact, I actually have to change my monitor settings back to normal right now because I forgot. And sometimes play video games and they're dark as fuck, right? So, what I want is I want to generate, how do I say this? Generate color correction profiles for my monitor that basically lie about how the monitor responds to different RGB inputs, to trick the GPU pipeline into outputting, a gamma adjusted image or something, right? So what we have right now is we have a image loader here where we've written our own PNG decoder ourselves. And he looks right? We compare, it's a little bit off, but if we compare what we are rendering to the MPV output, it looks around correct. We have this GUI that we wrote, that we're slowly working on, that we can load some samples in, right? And adjust, some, like maybe do some gamma adjustment on this image, right? So if we're looking at this image and we go like, by default, I can't see jack shit, maybe we can kind of like crank this up a little bit, right? And what's supposed to happen is we are supposed to save an ICC profile, and if we were to open this same image with MPV and we specify ICC profile is out ICC, what we would hope to see here is that it would look like this, right? And obviously it doesn't, and so obviously we're doing something wrong, right? And so today I want to figure out what that is. We spent kind of the last week or so looking into even like unadjusted, our image looks wrong compared to MPV. At the very least, the unadjusted image matches close enough to what we see in MPV. It's not perfect, but it's close. Oopsies. Right? Not perfect, but it's close enough. And so now that we've figured out that side of things, we have to figure out why what we're generating doesn't match. So I think the plan is to kind of look into the code that MPV is using here to generate these GPU lookup tables, and we can try to figure out why it doesn't match what we expect. I think that's the play. We have a MPV checkout here. Do I have a shell.exe here? I do. So let's kind of get into the MPV environment we have. And I think we have a build in here. And really the key here is in this folder LCMS, or not folder, this file lcms.c. I think. We actually haven't confirmed this, but as far as I understand, it like loads the ICC profile of your, that you feed it. And he gets the ICC profile of the video. So like the color, what do we think that, what does the video want to output and what does my monitor, or what are you claiming your monitor outputs? And can we just create a transform that goes from one of those spaces to another space using a color management system called LCMS2? And then they generate like a 65 by 65 by 65 3D lookup table that they basically pass into their GPU shaders, I think, that adjusts the output accordingly. So I think the key here is to figure out, is this transform behaving the way we expect? What we expect right now, which is obviously untrue because it's not working the way it's not working. But my understanding right now is that in the ICC profile, we kind of write down like my monitor for every, RGB value in here, produces some like physical light value. And that curve should match the sRGB curve. That's my understanding, right? And so I would think that if we pass in the sRGB curve, MPV should do nothing. Because it should go like, oh, this video's sRGB, the output's sRGB, nothing to do. Or even if the video wasn't sRGB, he'd be like, oh, I should convert to be sRGB, like the monitor expects, and then something should happen, right? And that's not happening. So I would like to understand why that is the case. So I think what we can do is if we look at this lookup table that they're generating, we might be able to gain some info here. It might also be interesting to pull out the LCMS2 stuff and try to like generate something similar ourselves. I think, yeah, maybe what I want to do is I want to just start here by saving these profiles as files. And we can take a look at the very least, like, is this profile what we expect? Is this the profile we're feeding in, or are they doing something to it? Like, we can at least confirm that this is, the files are what we expect, right? Because I would also expect that the video profile should claim that he is sRGB compatible. So I guess that's step one. Is, I guess, well, step 0, I guess, would be making sure that we can build MPV still. So that's good. And can we look at, what is this library they're using? They're using LCMS2. Do we have jump to definition on their header here? No. Do we have Clang installed right now? Clang tools. Let's get that bad boy in here, so that we have a little nice little jump to def and stuff. LCMS.c, and then in here, nice, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so what function were they using again? It was like do transform or something, right? In this loop down here. Okay. So I guess what we want to do is we want to see if there's some way to save profiles here. So it's going to be like CMS save. Nice. I mean, I didn't really know what this did, but okay. It looks like they have nice little helpers for us. So this is going to be vid profile, I see. And then can we save our profile? So this is profile to profile. And I assume that this can fail, but I think we just ignore that for now. And we just kind of see what happens. Ninja. Okay, so now can I like run that? If I run like MPV build MPV and we do ICC profile out ICC with samples 091. So if we close this now, we should see. Okay. I don't see either of those things, which is interesting. Vid profile or profile. Yeah, jack shit. So that means that this probably isn't even being called. Probably not even being called. Hi, Mick. We are generating a LUT. Ninja. MPV? Yeah, I don't see shit. Can we also confirm that adding printfs does what we expect at all? So, like, this is going to go up the call chain somewhere. Render video frame? Like, surely this is called. Hi, Mick, we are rendering ding dong. Right? Surely. Nothing here, too. Interesting. Maybe we are not in the correct render backend. I'm just going up this call chain until we find, like, something correct. Hello, we are creating a render context. Yeah, okay. Is it like the shared library path is wrong? Maybe? Like, is it he's like creating libmpv.so or something and it's not statically linking? MPV. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it looks like we have libmpv and MPV, and it doesn't look like, LDD, MPV, build, MPV, grep, MPV. Like, it's not like he's linking his own shared object, so it should be fine. Maybe the plugin directory is like dynamically discovered or something. Can we look at like if I change something here and then I do like ninja-verbose, can we see what is actually happening here? So he's making the MPV binary again, and he is hard linking in a fuck ton of shared object files. We are also making libmpv.so. Yeah, it doesn't look to me like we're making like plugin systems or anything. So it's kind of surprising. Can we like get into main maybe? Let's just like go up to the fucking top. Right, but like this is like kind of concerning to me. There's like MP load scripts, scripting C plugin. Maybe it's not printing because you're opening a PNG. Yeah, maybe it has like a different path from like video and image frames or something. Let's printf here. MPV main, time for me now. Like if this is busted, then we're totally out to fucking lunch. Okay, we do get MPV main time for me now. That's pretty sick. So we must be confused. Where else would they be using ICC profiles? Can we go like just log at the top level of every single one of these functions? Like load profile, surely. Loading an ICC profile. Surely this is relevant. No. Interesting. Can we look at where like ICC profile goes? Hello? This is not anywhere in the fucking codebase? Am I fucking high? Maybe it's his like ICC profile. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So it is in LCMS. They do define these options. Interesting. And I guess maybe this mopt file somewhere goes somewhere. What is this? Where the fuck is this used? They like inject these command line flags into the video flags. It looks like they kind of like yoink them all together, right? I don't know where that we saw that, but in here. They add opt substruct here, and so this guy must parse those things. So GL video init in here must use that, and then can we look at like ICC profile? Like someone must access that thing at some point, right? I guess it's a dot profile here, this guy. So who references this? LCMS, like it load profile. So we didn't see the printf and load profile, but I wonder if like printf, like if they like just nuke standard out or something. Like I think I saw some sort of like logging system. Right, can we just do this instead? Maybe it's something like this where they like redirect STD out or something. And then can we do like log level? Like how is MP info? He has like MP message with message level info, right? Where MP message calls MP message with the log level. Who calls this guy? Level is here. He looks at right term message with the level. Who tests the terminal level. Okay. Who comes from update log level. Who like set max level, maybe? Message level. Maybe we look at the options. list options, log. Level? Message level. Message level, that sounds right. Info. All right, well, we're close. Message level. Abort instead of log. Yeah, we could try that as well, huh? Oh, they want all equals something. Maybe. All equals 0. Debug. Okay, that's something. And then... yeah, I do like the idea of just hucking an abort wherever the fuck we were, though, right? Or, like, exit 1, even. Can we do, like, a... exit 1 here? Like, just fucking test if that's happening at all? Like, no. Very confusing. Okay. Okay, where else is this profile option used? So load profile is one spot. Where is this? This is also in load profile? We have this guy here. Yeah, let's look in here. Update ICC options. No profile enabled. Unload any existing profiles. Can we exit 1 here? Oopsies. Ninja. Okay, wait, that's good. So that's, at least we see something here. And then can we do a little printf here? Hello? We're getting somewhere, hopefully. Can we not do this anymore? Yeah, okay, so that hello is making it out. So it's not like they're like hiding SD out. It's just that thing, it wasn't happening. So we parse the lookup ties. Then we look at this stuff. Opening RSIC profile. Oh, perfect. And then we call this update ICC here. Who is doing something. And then he calls like update lookup table, which is probably related to the profile. Probably, right? But we'll see. Update ICC. So this guy has the ICC profile directly embedded in here. He calls update ICC, who does some signature shit. I don't think that matters. And then he does PL ICC update, which is in libplacebo. Ah, okay. Then presumably he does like PL ICC something else. I'm not really sure here. Okay. Can we just look at like who uses this? PL ICC update. And then he has target ICC here. To apply target options, probably this gets propagated around, but that's the only place. According to this. Interesting. Interesting. Apply target options. Yeah, this doesn't really feel like the right thing. Oh, he has some lookup tables here. Which is interesting. Okay. So this on init is part of some video output like structure. And so in here, or maybe in draw frame, he's like using the lookup table. Oh, and maybe we're like maybe we're missing stuff because it's ending up in like their libplacebo stuff. Could be, right? We're seeing him like push a frame into libplacebo. Do we see anything related to the lookup tables in here? We have transfer functions in here, which is interesting. Yeah, I wonder if this like transfer function is relevant. If HDR, then they do one thing, which I don't think we're in that case. Yeah, so he's at IC. So he's got like a bunch of hints that he is applying to the libplacebo renderer, where libplacebo is like kind of like MPV's backend for rendering, if I remember correctly. And here I bet you were seeing this PL ICC update. That sounds relevant. Hi mom, I'm on TV. Good enough. We probably need to close that string, I guess. I guess. Yep. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. So what we really want is the libplacebo stuff, which I believe is somewhere else. Which I don't know if we cloned. We probably did. Yeah, we did. Nice. And I guess probably it makes sense to try to build this thing. It's a Mason project. Surely it's the same. Mason setup. Mason setup ... Oh, sure. Git submodule update init recursive. Looks like we got some third-party shit. Boy's working hard. Boy is working hard. All right. Okay. Huge. We can build this. Wait, that's massive for us. That is so big for us right now. And so, oopsies. We're looking for like update IC, like PL ICC. What was it? I already forgot. PL ICC update. Okay, PL ICC update. PL ICC update. PL ICC update. Here we go. Oops. Oh, I see. We probably have multiple implementations of this thing. So this guy's probably using LCMS, and that was in behind an if def that was like, oh, I don't have LCMS. And what does this guy do with this shit? He has params. Okay. Then he has the output object here. And this stuff is just for some reopening shit. And so he creates this out ICC who gets assigned here. And then someone is going to reference this ICC file later, right? So like, can we look at this PL ICC object in here and just try to look at like who is using this in this project? Everything is in ICC.c, so that's good for us. Are we debugging library codes matters misfortune? It's more like we're just trying to understand what the fuck they're doing. Oh, this is probably it, right? Hi, Ma. Let's do Gen LUT time, baby. This has got to be it. We're trying to figure out where they are generating the like video card lookup table for our color correction stuff so that we can diagnose what we are doing wrong when we generate them. So we need to trick MPV into using this guy now, right? So is libplacebo dynamically loaded? Placebo, yes. So we do probably have to make sure that our libplacebo is at the right version. Probably there's like expectations there. So can we look at what we have in here? Surely we built something as this. Libplacebo 358, where the one that he's looking for is 351. So probably we can go like git tag and look for 351. Like, what are we at right now? We're on just master. Version. Like, how do I know what version this repo's at? Git log v3. Oh yeah, here. 3120 tag. Oh, it's probably v7.351, right? This is probably it. What was it? v7.3510? Maybe we have to rerun Mason? It's a little concerning. What is he pissed about? This is... Type is element, not element tree. Let's just do a little build, remove the builder, make dir build, cd build, Mason. You know, you never know. You never know. No, he is consistently mad. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. So what the fuck is going on here? He is trying to call some Python shit. I guess we can maybe look at the diff from here onwards in this guy. And I think we just take this diff, right? Probably. Probably. Yeah, all right, cool. So now we should have in here a libplacebo 351. Great. And now that we have that, we should be able to run MPV, forcing this guy to look at the right spot. So libplacebo build source or something, right? So if we look for grep placebo, perfect. Okay, cool. And so now if we do this and we run, oh, whatever the fuck, what was it? What was the other command we were running? Let's copy this bad boy for a second. This guy. Okay, gen lookup time, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so now we should be able to start looking at stuff here. Okay, so this guy is filling a lookup table here, and he is applying some transform from something to something, right? So what does this function do? He takes in input profile and output profile. So input profile is S and D. So source something and dest something, right? Which is taking in P profile and P approx. Oh, so if we are decoding versus encoding, probably. Yeah, can we actually like breakpoint in here and just kind of like take a little peek skis? That'd be kind of nice. Well, that would be nice. No source. Be this. Yes, run. Surely. Surely that'll happen. Oh, give him a sec. He's thinking. Boy is thinking hard. He's got to get some libs. He's got to get some debug info from the net. I come from the net. From places. Do you guys this TV show in produced in Vancouver where I live when I was like 3 years old. Reboot TV show. I think about this all the fucking time. No. Wrong. Theme. Yeah, I think about this all the fucking time still. Ignore the ad. We pretend we don't see it. In fact, we hide it. No free ads, sir. No free ads. Hold on. Yeah, I have to watch the whole fucking 15 seconds? That's so cool. Okay. Is this even the right video? Yeah, it is. Can you guys hear this? It's not even playing anything. I can't hear it. So. Oh my god, it's awful. Also, you guys can't hear it. Hold on. Hold. This guy, we want to go to recorded audio? No. What if we open this thing? Hold on. Hold. Where on this fucking graph is Firefox? There we go.
To defend them from?
There we go. I think about this all the fucking time.
To this place. I come from the net. Systems, peoples, and cities to this place. Mainframe. My format, Guardian.
It's so fucking stupid. But anyways, so when I said you need to get stuff from the net, I immediately just start thinking about this from like 20 years ago. I come from the net. Okay. So I don't think it set my breakpoint. Well, I guess maybe that wasn't running. So can we... Hello, I would like my fucking GDB to run, please. Uh-oh. Oh, we can replay it. We can turn the music back on now. 20 years? At least, right? I think. I'm older than 12. I mean, I would be younger than 12, so yeah. They were pretty off on how the internet turned out. Yeah, so true. What is happening here? Could I please just run GDB, please? Like, what is happening right now? I guess GG me. I don't understand why GDB is just fucking losing its fucking mind. We're like hanging hella big time. Which is unfortunate. Alright, well, you know, we can dream. It would have been cool if that worked, but instead, we're gonna have to do it the stupid, dumb way. Alright. Well, we can at least just see if we're in decode mode or not. We can at least see... Wait. Didn't we see this log before? Oh, wait, maybe we saw this one. Maybe we saw this one. Updating ICC profile. Maybe I'm lost. Yeah, okay, here we go. We do see updating ICC profile. And maybe we don't see this lookup table. Okay. Yeah, printf LUT time. Maybe I misremembered where we had investigated. Yeah, we don't see LUT time. No LUT time available. Okay. Then where the fuck are we? Fill encode, fill decode. These call fill lookup tables. That's not going to be it. PL ICC decode sounds maybe interesting. PL ICC encode also maybe sounds interesting. Is there anything else interesting in here? ICC reopen, ICC open, ICC init. Okay. Do we see anyone like creating transforms or anything like that? What is this? Infer lookup table size, detect contrast, detect I don't know what this would stand for. But, like, who is this called for? ICC init. Oh, okay. Okay, wait, this is interesting. So when we initialize this guy, we, like, try to detect a few things about him. Then we, like, generate some profiles and create an RGB profile for an approximation of this guy. Okay. Then we have some sort of, like, cache thing. We open the ICC profile, and then I guess this is probably the interesting part of this. So PL ICC open. We probably want to open MPV in another window here. Because I guess we're going to have to see where this guy gets used. I guess. PL ICC update. Yeah. And then he has ICC profile. Where else does he use this? He uses this for the hint. So he's using the color space for this thing, I guess. Is that really it? Okay, so maybe we have to look at what color space this guy is inferring. That's kind of interesting. So somewhere he's gonna, like, return this thing. Where's this ICC init here? Detected color space. Actually, there might have been a log for this already, but, like, whatever. ICC CSP. Is it like this? Like this? Is he mad because, oh, this is struct, interesting. Okay, so we have primaries and the transfer function. Let's just take a little peek skis at what he sees there. What we got? What we got? Okay. What? Oh, detected color space 0, 0. 0, 0. Unknown. Unknown, unknown. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, I guess we could also try to look for, like, their actual logs. Maybe that's the play. Because I think there was a way to, like, message level all debug or something. What was it? Yeah, okay. And then we can look for, like, somewhere they start looking, like, opened ICC profile. Okay. So he does find primaries. Approximation gamma of 2.878 is interesting. It's pretty interesting. So I guess approximation gamma. Can we look at that? That's... So, like, where does this get set? Use tone curve based off a BT 186 style pure power curve. With an approximation gamma matched to the ICC profile, we stretch the luminance range before the input to the gamma function to avoid numerical issues near the black point. Wait, but here he's just got ICC gamma already, right? Yeah, so, like, where was this set? Here. Detect color space or something. Something like that. Okay, so maybe this is our bug? So he is trying to, like, match something to his, like, expected power profile, right? This is probably something. Am I fucking crazy? This is an insane thing to write in your code base, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 10, and then we go plus 8, 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 plus 8. This is literally like every single value, right? So this is expecting, I guess, maybe like an sRGB encoded video with like straight linear values. Oh, interesting. And then he's doing like a transform from our profile's color space into some destination, and then he's probably going to compare that with these guys. So he's saying define V as DDD. So he's literally just putting into this array 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, right? And I guess that means this is in the ramp section of the array, right? So he's filled in red, green, blue, white, black, gray. And then he's shoving like ramp as the trailing piece of this thing. Okay. Yeah, so he's got like this stuff, interesting, and then presumably he's looking at the ramp section. If we look for like ramp in this, he is iterating over this thing, and he's trying to linearize this color. Uh-huh. He's linearizing. What is ref here? Primaries with this transfer curve, and then color here. Does this not need to store the output somewhere? Go to scale out. Like, am I fucking stupid? Oh, color is oh, I see. He's probably adjusting color here. Yeah. I see. So then he's looking at the luminance of this thing minus what we got, and that's the error. Okay. Then he is looking for the best transfer function that minimizes the error, right? So he's probably looping over something. Where is this for? So for tone reproduction curve in all of these guys, which one fits best? And what we would hope is that the sRGB profile would hit good, but instead he's finding something else. Interesting. Which means that this linearized function that is supposed to be just taking these values and matching them to what we see in the tone reproduction curve is not hitting right. Interesting. So what we should do here is we should log our our shit. So he's looking at destination here. This is the interesting piece, right? So we should look at this. So can we do fopen generated transform CSV with right? Is that how you write C? It's been a second. It's been a minute. And then here we go for int I equals 0. Int I is less than PL array size test I plus plus we write out the values. So we go fprintf into file with the value of %d, maybe %f, maybe of des. But like this is an xyz value, which is not very nice. Right, I guess we can't, but the y value is luminance. So we're good to just take dest y here. And that's fine. And then y is like what? Is a float 64 number. So this is just double. So here we just write like, oh, we need dest at I dot y. Boom. New line. And then can we exit one here? Let's just kind of see where this takes us. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. So we should have, we need to, I guess we should look at the, what do we fucking save this as? Generated. The fuck? So some of these values look good, right? But at the beginning, it is totally turbo fucked. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Are we doing this right? Oh, the first few values are red, green, blue, black, white, gray. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we really want to look at minus ramp or I equals ramp here to look for the tone curve that's being generated here. I guess. Fuck it. Okay. There we go. So that looks like some sort of curve. And can we look at that thing compared to what we think it should be? Yes. And then we should also check, does black come right before? Because that's convenient. No, it doesn't. But that's fine. We can do this. For the full curve. Right, this is convenient, so we might as well do that. Okay. MPV again. Reset. And I guess we have our generated transform now, and we want to generate the real sRGB transform. This should take a few days, he said. Yeah. We're deep in the fucking weeds, man. I don't know. It was supposed to be easy. I started this like literally like end of December. Like I don't know what happened. I was expecting to be back on the Wayland stuff like a month ago. Okay. Somewhere we have an sRGB curve generator in Zigland. So presumably we can just check that thing. The rabbit hole of all rabbit holes. Yeah. Or this feels like an easier thing to do in Python land somewhere, and surely one of these Python files has the sRGB curve in it. No? None of them? I feel like it is actually easier. Gen sRGB pi. I just feel like it's easier. Well, maybe not. Actually, we can do it in Zigland. In here somewhere we have like color zig, and in here we have linear to sRGB. So we should be able to like copy paste this into test zig, slap this oopsies here, and then we should be able to now this is easier. Okay. Let's do zig sRGB or zig sRGB we'll call it, and we open a writer, and we go from 0 to I guess however many entries are in our generated transform. So we have 256 entries, I think. 1 to 256, yeah. So we should be able to take val float. Oh, that's so funny. This is actually what this zig file was doing before. And this should actually be, we actually should have copied sRGB to linear. Whatever. This is actually so funny. Yeah, whatever. Wait, is that true? I think so. We'll see. We will see. Yep. Val 256 or 255, probably. And then we print out sRGB to linear val, and that should be equivalent. Okay, so can we look at the difference between generated and what was the other one? Zig sRGB. These are very different. These are extremely different. Can we actually LibreOffice and just like look at the fucking graph? Don't you have to use 257 to get print 256? I think that we don't have to print 256 though, because 0 to 255 is 256 entries, and the Vim log was like, it's one indexed. So I think it should be fine. Am I fucking stupid? What does this look like? What the fuck does this look like? What we looking at? That is, sure is some sort of exponential, like I would expect. Did I use the wrong fucking file, the wrong transform when I looked at the Zig version? Did I go the wrong way? Insert chart, please. No? Okay, so these should theoretically be the same. And given that they're not, that's probably where the source of our bug is, right? So can we look at the difference between what we see here? Can we like load them both together? So we should be able to do like a little open of the other one, generated transform. And these guys should look the same. Oopsies. And given that they don't, something fucking wrong is happening. Insert chart. Okay, so here we can see that like the generated transform is definitely like bowed out more here. Which is interesting because I would have thought that the transform that we are putting in the ICC profile is just the sRGB curve. Maybe we're doing something brain dead here. Can we look at GUI Zig out ICC? Like, who is doing this? Here. We are doing an inverse gamma sampler, which right here, we should be using the gamma parameter of 1.0. So with a gamma of 1.0, we should be generating something like this. Which we should be using like image color. What did we say the right function was? sRGB to linear, right? So this should be the same fucking thing. So here, since gamma is 1, this should return power f64 power to 1. So this should just be the same as in. So we can do a little assert here for now that in is in minus gamma adjusted is less than 0.001 or something, right? Like this should be like fucking identical. Then we should be able to do return this. And I guess this is supposed to be, we can do this. This guy can take in any type and return type of val, and that should help us with F64 shit. This also has to respect type of val, like this. Okay. And when I save this now, save, close, let's just 100% double check everything here. In case I made a mistake. I guess we have to do the same fucking thing. I guess we have to do the same fucking thing where we open both. God damn it. God damn it. Copy. So B is correct. Wait, these are the same now. Wait. Maybe we just made a mistake. We might have just made a mistake, and we might have just had a gamma adjusted output file that we didn't want. Okay. Wait, that's really good. That's really good if true. So does this mean now that, oopies, you know, whatever. If we run this MPV thing again, wait, we didn't build. We might have just had a stale profile. My bad. Okay, this does still look wrong as fuck. But we should see now that he has an approximation gamma of 2.233. Okay, so it seems like... Hold on. Can we... Oh, wait, we have transfer function now as well. Can we look at the transfer function? Because that should be stored here as well. He picked transfer function of gamma 2.2, which is a lot better. A lot better. Like, that's approximately correct. I mean, I would have preferred if he picked sRGB, right? But it's about right. Now, obviously, though, obviously it's not what we expect still, because this is what we're getting versus, like, what we expected to see. Right? This is, like, basically pitch fucking black versus what we expected to see of, you know, still pretty dark, but not pitch fucking black. Right? Like, this is, like, I can see some stuff in here still, while the other one was, like, nothing. So, something is still wrong. But, at least here, this is doing what we expect. So then the question is, where is this transfer function thing used? ICC color space? Sounds promising. Right, so we see like gamma 2.2 somewhere in here. And in here, we should be saying here PL color linearize. He should be applying. Oh. Is this just the wrong way? Is it double applying instead of inverse applying? Hold on. Let's just do a little 1 over here. Nope, that does not look any better, and I'm not even convinced that this is the right spot. There's probably another place where he does the 1 over, right? Yeah, here. So are we delinearizing here? Maybe. Can we do a little printf delinearize my shit up. Let's see what's going on here. And then we probably turn off logging and we see if he's delinearizing my shit up, and it does not seem like he is. What about linearizing my shit up? Maybe it's like more likely that he's like generating a GPU transform based off of this thing as well, right? That's something we could see, is that like in MPV, he is using color TRC gamma 2.2 directly somewhere in here. You know what I mean? Like, we could easily be seeing something like this. Easily. Yeah. Look at this shit. Video shaders here, where he's calling pass delinearize. Is this getting called? Printf, hi mom, it's delin time. Do we see that anywhere? No. No, we don't. What about in linearize? Linearize time for me now. I don't see that anywhere either. Interesting. Interesting. So it's not in this video shaders thing. What are we looking for? We're just looking for uses of PL, color, TRC, gamma, 22. The title is what I said for Unicode processing. Yeah, how hard could it be? It's just up to 4 bytes. You just check the little extension bit. Like, how hard could it be? Okay, I guess maybe there are like maybe different render backends, and we maybe don't know which one we're using, right? Like these are all in video out, right? It would be interesting to know which video output we are using, right? Because probably like draw frame here is using one of these like video output drivers, right? So maybe we can try to force one of them, right? There's GPU next in here. How do we like force one? Build like MPV build MPV help list options grep. Maybe we do into less, and then we look for GPU next in here. No. VO. Oh, okay. Object settings list. Can we force driver? Where does this, like... Where is this defined? Here. So they have all of these vout drivers. And someone must iterate over this list of these things here. This is for getting description. But how does he pick them? Init best video output. Right. So if... Try the preferred drivers with their optional device. So this is coming from... If we have a VO list, which is from video driver list, hype. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Is this guy is VO. He's literally just dash VO. So we should be able to go like VO GPU next. Nice. Okay. So we can force this at least. Okay. And then can we get some proof that that is where we are going, at least? Because that just like kind of reduces our confusion. Printf frame draw time. You know, just to like reduce. Yeah, we do see frame draw time here, which is good. It's already GPU next. Yeah, I believed that was true, but I just want to like be very sure. I think that's fine. Okay, so why did we think that this was relevant? We wanted to see that he was using the transfer function here that we expected. So it already says in the MPV log output that depicts. Oops, get fucked me, I guess. It's fine. So he applies a bunch of hints. Oh yeah, and we already had this hi mom on TV thing. So this hint what the fuck is going on here? Holy shit, this is... Okay. Jesus Christ. This is a lot of stuff happening. So this is probably going in like reverse priority order. So he's like got some sort of hint, and then he's like picking a different hint based off all of these fucking, like here, it's literally just like discard literally everything from before and pick the ICC profile if we have one. And then does he use that down here? Oh, and is this going all the way to the compositor? Like he's talking about Vulcan on Wayland here? Interesting. What's that to do about? Yeah, does seem interesting. I agree. They're talking about like how our specific case, Vulcan on linear, I assume, well, maybe, or on Wayland, sorry. I don't know if we're Vulcan on Wayland. We're definitely on Wayland. Does some like wonky shit. So, but I mean, this is fine. Right? He's kind of saying like, well, we'll just use Gamma 2.2. And then he's kind of saying on Windows, we specifically asked for sRGB, but then on Wayland, they're just not doing anything in particular, which is fine, I think. I think that's fine. So then it looks like they're kind of like queuing frames and dequeuing them later, right? It looks kind of like every time they call this draw frame, they're pushing a new frame onto the queue, and then they like pop it off down here, and this may be like a different frame we're getting back, maybe. Not really sure. Okay. Which makes me think that the interesting work is done in libplacebo. I don't really understand what is going on with this hint. Like, I don't see that hint making it into the libplacebo stuff. It's interesting. Interesting. This stuff is really easy, huh? Yeah, for sure. Okay. So what do we want? We want to know literally where it's getting applied, which feels like it's in libplacebo now. So I kind of think we want to just keep going and looking for this like PL color TRC gamma 22 in this repo. And we might see some sort of like OpenGL shader stuff here. This seems interesting. So this is in PL shader linearize. Can we do a little printf shader linearize, please? Me up, please. All right. Let's try that. Let's just see if we find anything. Oh, shader linearize me up, please. Hype. Hype. And when he is shader linearizing me up, please, we are going to be in this case, right? We're like printf gamma 22 baby. And then can we also confirm that we are not in gamma 24 by logging that one, right? We should only see the gamma 22 one. I think. Ninja. MPV. So shader linearize me up, please. We don't see either. Do we see sRGB? Maybe we should actually just print the fucking transfer function. This is a way easier way of doing this. Instead of just logging in every single switch. CSP transfer. How would someone learn data structures and algorithms? That's like asking, like, how do you learn to do math? I don't really know. You gotta just, like, read and try stuff. I guess the same way you learn anything. It's like a really generic question. So, unclear. Please. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get you a good answer. Interesting. So we're on transfer function BT1886. Is this true even if we don't pass in the profile? Whoa, what the fuck? I don't even see that at all anymore. Maybe we're in shader linearize me up, please. Well, that's interesting. So if we pass the MPV profile, hold on. So no passing the profile, we don't see that. But if we do this ICC profile, we do see shader linearize me up, please, with transfer function 1. So that probably means that this guy is only called in some cases. All right. Well, we're getting closer. So he is calling this guy, which is doing the value $sign times power of RGB plus vec3 of $sign. I guess these are arguments, right? So they're using A and B here. Yeah, okay. So they're finding that okay, so I guess what I'm confused about here is where is this BT1886 come from? This is probably the content. The content, right? And then maybe delinearize is based off of our profile? Yeah, let's do this. Printf delinearize my shit with this transfer function. So this one should be the gamma 2.2 that it found. Because it's probably like taking... Yeah, I bet you, like, it's probably... No, I'm lost. But let's just see. I don't have any justification for anything. Let's just keep poking and prodding. Okay. So we have linearize. Do we have delinearize? No. Did we compile? And what do we... It's... Delinearize my shit is what we said. My shit. Nothing there. So we're all... So that makes sense, I think. Delinearization is probably based off of my monitor output, and the ICC profile we're giving in is the content. Maybe. So where does this come from? Why, like... Who is deciding to call delinearize? Like, generating a color map sounds pretty relevant here, maybe? So I'm assuming here... I don't know what I'm assuming here. I don't know what I'm expecting. But my guess here is that if we just don't fucking change this shit... I guess we're missing the piece that maps us to tone reproduction curve BT1886, right? Because I thought that we matched gamma 2.2, but maybe I'm misremembering. So can we do MPV, what is it, message level all debug or something? And can we look for opening ICC profile? And in here, he thinks that the transfer function is gamma 2.2, right? So the fact that he's using a different function for transfer is confusing, unless this log is like really misleading. Oh, this is also in Wayland? Wait, that's more confusing. I want to look back at libplacebo logs. These are the interesting ones. Who knows what the fuck is going on here? Okay. So maybe he's not logging the transfer function here, and we got lost. Opening ICC profile. And then here is the interesting part. So he does say transfer function. He would write transfer function if he found one. Oh, interesting. So we don't see that log, right? Opening. So given that we don't see, like, where was that supposed to be? It was supposed to be after containing primaries, right? So here we see containing primaries, and then it goes approximation gamma, which means that here we didn't match a transfer function, which would probably explain. So it's probably on the delinearization side. We probably don't have a transfer function here. And he's not applying gamma? Maybe? But, hold on. Delinearize is the part we do 1 over 2.2. Yeah, I wonder if it's something like that where it thinks the data's linear or something. Well, he's, we should be on unknown, right? So he should be here if this was working the way I would expect. So we're still piecing together some stuff. I wouldn't be shocked if this like delinearized stuff just isn't happening. Okay, so if the color space is equal, can we look for the use of the gamma value that we learned here? This like ICC gamma. This is only used in ICC stuff, which is pretty odd. I would expect, oh, wait. I think I saw something that looked like OpenGL stuff. Ooh, okay. So maybe here we have this PL ICC decode. Where is this called from? What the fuck? Does GLSL actually call the GLS? Like, this doesn't like dispatch the GPU shader, does it? Surely this is just generating a GLSL output into into some shader. Yeah, what the fuck does this macro do? sh append sh. So, okay, he's assuming that we have some sh where we can just slap this shit in here. And he is applying gamma here, if that makes sense. Which it might. And I guess we would want something where he's doing like 1 over gamma here. This would be the where we want to be. Yeah. Okay, maybe. Is it possible that we're doing the wrong curve? Is it possible that the ICC profile we're passing to MPV is not the profile of the monitor, but the profile of the data, which would be the inverse? So, yeah, we could try that. Let's just try that for a second. So just this this guy, we just replace this with linear to sRGB. And this guy has to get the same any type of val shit here and here. Let's just try giving the opposite curve. Let's just try it. It doesn't hurt. Save, close. MPV. Nope, that's even fucking worse. Yeah, so he's like, I found approximation gamma 0.049 for 0.459. There's no fucking way. Right? This makes everything even worse, which makes sense. That's consistent with what we saw before. Okay. Then can we look at like ICC encode? Oops, wrong language. And ICC decode? Let's just see, like, do we end up in either of these paths? And while we're here, we need to regenerate our ICC profile. ICC profile loads an ICC profile and uses it to transform video RGB to screen output. Needs a little CMS too. And so, yeah, that's. Thank you. we're past that. We're past that. But yeah. The bigger question is, why is the ICC profile not behaving the exact way that we expect? That's kind of like the question we're trying to answer here. Okay. So what are we looking for? What do we just add here? ICC. So we have ICC encode is definitely getting hit. ICC decode is not. Okay. So this guy is trying to create a 3D lookup table given some 1.0 over gamma shit. I wonder what like A and B are here. Maybe that's relevant. Right? If we're like subtracting some value here that we don't want for some fucking reason, scale A B. Let's take a peek at these. So this is scale A B. And he's fucking mad because these are not integers, these are floats. That is so true. That is so true right now. Oh, so we're looking for it was like ICC. Okay. So we do have A and B values that are non-zero. Where the fuck are we? Here. Okay, so what does this mean? He is taking scale, putting it here. So this is 1 over 1. Okay. Then he does 1 over gamma. Oops. Right? 1 over gamma. Here. Chill. Then he has A here. So he has a slight, he gets a little bit smaller than 1, but it's like pretty much 1. And then multiplies that and subtracts this thing. So it's like I think relatively Relatively irrelevant. Okay. So I don't really see a problem here. This is behaving the way I expect. I guess the next thing to do would be to try to figure out who is using this and for what. Which would be back in MPV. No? Maybe it just didn't find it here? Renderer? I mean, that sounds relevant. And then there's two paths here. One is draw overlays, and then what's this one? Pass convert colors. That sounds right. So, like, let's just comment this out for a second. Just to, like, you know, gain some info. Okay, so commenting this out makes it look like this. And bring it back. I think those are different. I think. I guess we just need to open them both. The fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? I'm running this shit again. So this is... Okay, yeah, so this is re-encoding. This is without. So it's clearly closer when I use my output thing. It's clearly closer. I guess what I would love to see is the difference between what it is doing when we use ICC profiles and when we don't. That's probably going to be interesting. Can we, like, dump the fucking shader that's generated here? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some sort of, like, PL shader dump my fucking shit. You know? You know? Like, he's got an ID here. So there might be, like, some sort of global shader lookup. I guess it could be in here as well. I guess we look at that, like, shader push function. Right? So in PL ICC encode, we have, like, GLSL macro that Chopin's, which has shader buffers buff, where shader is a PL shader. Why didn't I see buffers in here? Am I fucking high? Shader dereference buffers. Oh, oops, PL shader T, not IC. Nice. Okay, then we have string builders, which has templates, args, and output. So I guess we just dump the templates, right? Am I fucking stupid? Output. Maybe we just want output. Can we go to documentation with stir builder? Is there just like a fucking, like, dump my fucking shit? Reset free alloc. Hash. There's exec. Which I think probably you can just call every once in a while without a big problem. This will return a PL stir. Does it destroy the builder? This is a little concerning. Right, so here he does drop the thing. from args, which is the builder args. So it sounds kind of like once you pull stir builder exec, you're kind of like donezo. So we're not really, I don't think it's really sane for us to call that here. But someone must, like, flatten this shit somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, shader is a local variable here. You know what I mean? So, like, someone must be consuming that guy at some point. PL shader custom LUT. Where is this guy implemented? Who has PL shader? Wait, isn't this where? Oh, what? Isn't there where? Wait a second. No, PL ICC encode. Means image color is tar color. Wait, is it in here? Does it go down the stack down here? No, this literally just slaps that shit into the shader. So then, like, where does it go? Does this thing get attached to something? He does kind of say, like, image shader pass image. So maybe the shader gets attached here. Yeah, it does. I see. So image shader is going to rip that shit later. Shader here. PL dispatch finish. I mean, it also kind of looks like, based off of the way that this code is, that, like, you're kind of, like, queuing this thing onto something. You're saying, like, hey, I'm gonna do this thing, and give me back the shader that's associated with it, but, like, later it's just gonna fucking happen, maybe. So maybe there's some sort of, like, dequeuing of this queue of the shader. Something like that. Not sure. It does seem like there's gotta be some function somewhere that, like, consumes this thing. But I guess we can also just kind of ignore the, like, stringizing of this thing. And it might be interesting here to just look at the shader buffers like this. And we can just log them like this. Like, we can just log the templates without executing the arguments, you know what I mean? Do we know how many of these are supposed to be? Like, this is obviously not valid code, but, like, this is shabuff count. We can do something like shader buffers at shabuff count, at I. Is shader a pointer? No. Like, presumably these are alternative strings? Which is a pull stir builder, which has templates, args, and output. Can we just look at output? Oh, this is strong type probably, right? Yeah. Fucking shoot me in the face and call me Susan. God fucking damn it. PL stir builder exec. Who fucking calls this shit? GLSL shader. Finalize pass. Calm down, Susan. Well, Susan's depressed. What can I say? For the record, I guess I should say it. I think the I'm making fun of the, like, well, slap my ass and call me Sally. Just, like, incredibly just, like, womanizing piece of shit phrase. So I think it's funny to say something just, like, really extreme and call me name after. I just want to be clear that I'm not actually saying shoot my face and call me Susan unironically. Just in case. You know what? Fuck it. fuck it. PL stir builder exec. Just fuck. We'll just fucking. If we crash after doing this, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Does this guy like check output, by the way? He might actually be fine. Because he does actually kind of like, well, he resets the output here, which seems pretty bad. Whatever. So PL stir val is this, and then can we at least fucking val dot buff, and then I guess this is one of those like these guys like this. Is it the other way? I thought that this was right. But he does seem mad. Int size t, I see. I see. I see. Alright, let's just kind of see what happens. I guess we should put some tag that we can. Color time for me now. These logs are gonna get unbearable soon, but okay. Okay. Okay, sick. So we do actually get the shaders dumped. And they look like shit. But we do have some information, which is nice. Oopsies. So what are we looking for? We're looking for PL ICC encode in here. So in these, we'll see PL ICC encode here. Oh. They actually already did exactly what I wanted them to do. So, oops. But what you gonna do? Okay. So this is what they do before return color. So this is in a function called what the fuck? This is like a scope in some function that returns color at the end. Right? So before that, this is in here. Vec4 in the function _1. In the function _1. Wait, am I stupid? Ah, fuck me. Fuck me. Okay, whatever. Okay, I think that I actually am going to stay on my printf version. Because now we know when we printf, it's the only shader being written. So this is in function _1a. No. Wait, I'm lost. There's an open brace here. Then he returns here at the end. Then this is just in a scope raw. Maybe they're using like nested functions in here. Okay. But anyways, towards the bottom of this thing, like the very bottom, we see an extra transformation that adjusts color RGB after a bunch of other shit. And he's just applying this like gamma curve where the gamma is the value _1D, where that's got to be like a constant somewhere that maybe isn't defined yet. 1D. Yeah, not defined yet, but probably if we also log the args. Wait, unsure. When we called this function ICC encode, he calls glossal with shfloat, which appends shapend with args in here. So these things should be just like fucking full in there, right? But it's that he's calling shfloat here, which probably has like a lookup in here, shconst float, right? Probably this guy like has some sort of lookup of values to names or something. He's literally just getting a name of const. Yeah, and then shconst is probably like allocating names for these things, and then he has like const. I see. So in our thing, do we have const float? We have defines in here. I really don't see these like 1B, 1D shits in here, which is annoying, but we know what they should be. We know these should be like the gamma curves, so it's like maybe fine. Can we at least look at what this looks like without this? So it's here. So in the default case, it's literally just like a fucking pass-through. Right? He's literally just doing pass, read image. He gets the image, and he's like fucking done so. Then when we add this fucking ICC profile, it's doing all sorts of shit, right? So we should see pass, read image in here somewhere here. So this is the same thing. Then after that, he linearizes, then encodes. Okay, wait, that seems reasonable, right? The encode part seems reasonable. The linearize part seems fucking wild, crazy batshit. Right, so maybe this is where it's fucking up. Right? Sure. So let's look at what that fucking thing is doing. Linearize? Shader, linearize me up, please. Linearize me up, please. Yeah. And this is doing this shit? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, and so this is doing some RGB shit. Then he's got some LMS in here, LMS PQ. Oh, maybe this stuff is after. Right, that's probably color space merge, maybe? Maybe we look for like LMS PQ. Here. Visualize gamut map. Nope. Where the fuck is this? Shader color map X. Is this where we were a second ago? I can't fucking remember. We have this in visualize gamut map and in color map X. Is it just that this guy doesn't get like a nice little name? I'm lost again. I'm lost. Where the fuck did we start? Where the fuck did we start? It was in like color space.c, right? And it was in something, it was like linearize? PL color linearize in ICC maybe? No. Wait, did I get lost? I'm fucking lost as shit. I'm lost as shit. I mean, we can look for whoever calls PL shader color map. Right, who calls this? Wait. Was it here? No. It would have been a renderer, right? Surely. And then in here, where is this where we're printing? Yeah, here we are. Here we are. Color time for me now. Okay. So in here, after we do the linearize, here, we're probably hitting this color map X here, right? You can't break it an if, I guess. So can we skip this part and get something that seems a little bit more sane? No, that wasn't it. It still looks fucking like crazy shit out there. Maybe this one. If need conversion. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't fucking ask me. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? I mean, that we lost the whole shebang. We lost the whole shebang by doing that. So this need conversion, please, needs to happen, but then like, why does that linearize stuff? Should this not be happening all the time? Maybe it's in like in here they linearize again. Or wait, was it in PL ICC encode? Oh, maybe it was. Oh yeah, this is the interesting part here. My bad. My bad. So can we do if false here? I don't think so. I think this is gonna fuck all sorts of shit up. Because probably the linearize happens in here. Right? It's D, yeah, they do like a delinearize if, no. Is this where the linearize is happening? Yeah. Yes. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. This is where all the interesting shit is happening. So it's literally just that like we're saying, hey, we need conversion. And in here, we're trying to go from one color space to another, and this is all in linear, and at the end, we're like, okay, now encode for my target output. Great. And the target output, I think that it might look fucked up if we use gamma 2.2 instead of sRGB. Actually, that's ringing a bell. Can we go to... Hold on. If we go to like our project, and we apply a 2.2 gamma curve instead of the sRGB curve, which would be done by looking at our sRGB to linear function, the other sRGB to linear function, or maybe the linear to sRGB function. And I think that if we apply math pow type of val, and we apply this to the value with gamma 2.2 instead of doing the correct thing, I think it like crushes blacks. I think. So can we do view image? Wrong one probably. Yeah, wrong one. My bad. Oh, fuck me. Fuck my balls. I think that this looks the same as when we call MPV. Oopsies, wrong one. Hold on. Oh, you know what? That's probably it. I mean, it's slightly different. But compare this to, if we do the right sRGB handling here. Hold on. Zig build. Okay, so this is with proper sRGB. This is with it off. I don't know how well you guys can see this on your monitors, but like we're basically getting darker, right? And we're getting darker in a way that's like consistent with what MPV is doing, right? MPV to us with improper sRGB handling, not exactly the same, but close. Versus when we have proper sRGB handling, brighter. Hard to tell, I know, but it's like clearly darker and lighter to me on my monitor. Which means that the bug here is that when it tries to match the tone curve, it's matching gamma 2.2 instead of sRGB. That's the bug. Probably. We can confirm this. Is the goal not to make it brighter? Yeah, I mean, right now the goal is just to make it so that it behaves consistently with the way we expect. So that when we do other stuff, it makes sense, right? So I want to at least just understand what is happening here. We should be able to make a profile that does nothing. That's what we should be able to do that. And the fact that it's not right now is a bug in something. I don't know what yet. So can we force the gamma 2.2? Or sorry, the sRGB version, right? Where was that like matching? We had like an fopen that we added in here. Here. So in here, it's that the squared error for gamma 2.2 for his tone reproduction curve is lower than the sRGB curve. So I want to try just here, just saying like, fuck it, no matter what, we do the sRGB one. No, because when he called this, the logs indicated that he didn't even have a transfer function matched, right? Down here, we see approximation gamma instead of transfer function, which means that this transfer function is set to 0, which we have detected color space here 0, 0. So when does this return 0? So I guess probably he pre-initializes this shit with unknown, and in here, maybe we are returning false here? So this is like no XYZ. This would be, well, no, our file is getting generated, right? So we know at the very least that this fopen is getting called, right? So is there like some sort of return here that doesn't set the transfer function? I mean, we set gamma down here. So where is transfer set? Here. Is this just a fucking bug? Oh, I see. Or, sorry. So he's got, if this is unset, or error sum is less than best error sum, can we say printf new best is this guy? Let's just kind of see if this gets hit at all. For a second. MPV? And we look for new best. Doesn't ever show up. And I guess we should log up here somewhere so that we have a checkpoint. Give me yo transform. Just so that we have something to kind of like, you know, checkpoint with. Give me yo transform. Yeah, interesting. So we get here, we create a transform. We rip these guys and we have a tolerance that is too high. Aha, so here probably we go, this curve had error of this, probably, right? And this is, error sum. And we probably throw a tolerance as well here. Right? So this is, tolerance. That seems reasonable. All right. Yep. Okay. Sick. Okay, that is getting us somewhere close. Let's put a fucking new line on here so that we can read those. And hope to God something happens. Tolerance. Okay. So which one is lowest? This one. And it's close. It's close. Right? But not quite there. So we have TRC 1, TRC 2. What are those? I keep fucking foregrounding in there thinking that it's going to be relevant. So 1 and 2. Nice. Okay, so sRGB is the winner. It is the closest, but it's still fucking wrong. Interesting. Interesting. So I wonder if it's like our white points are slightly off or something? Interesting. So it's probably very close to working correctly, right? So probably if we bump this tolerance, I wonder if it'll start looking way more reasonable. You know what I mean? It might. We must not have built. Am I stupid? ICC. Okay, closer. Okay, so now he has identified that this is sRGB. To me, it looks like he's still crushing blacks though. Which is interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I guess the bigger question, I guess forcing it is wrong, kind of that way. Right? Really, the bigger question is what are we doing wrong that's triggering us to not be like an almost fucking perfect match? That's kind of the bug, right? And I wonder if it's that like our color primaries are wrong. It could be. Or the sRGB function that they're using is slightly different. Yeah, let's try to look at that. So where are they calculating their shit? They are calling PL color linearize. So if we have sRGB, he has this guy. What the fuck do we have? Okay. Hello. So we have 04045, great. If, then we return x over 12.92, great. Then they have power x plus 0.055 over 1.055 to the power of 2.4. I mean, that's about as fucking clear as it can get, right? Which makes me think that the values that they're getting by generating this thing, by like CMS do transform, makes me think that this guy is doing something slightly unexpected. So what we should do is maybe log the values that we get from the generated transform along with the values from the sRGB thing. So if we just move this stuff, hold on, let's move this f close f down a little bit so that we can kind of log as we are iterating the no, we can't, huh? Okay, let's do this. Where is the like linearize function? We'll just do this twice. Okay, test I 0 over 255. Great. Let's do this. Ref here is we want a color space with the transfer shit of we want to force TRC sRGB, and we want to see why are these different. What is contrast here? This is interesting. Could be relevant. Could be relevant. Is that set somewhere else? I'm hoping this is already valid here. Hoping. Okay. So this is like sRGB ref here. We kind of use this here and here. Maybe we scope this whole thing so that shit doesn't leak out. And here we are trying to log this with the delta, right? This delta and color 0 here, I guess. And then we can probably just, whatever, this is fine. Let's just cheat on the top and bottom, because I don't want to think about this, factoring this shit out or whatever. Okay. And we should be able to see where there is significant error in these things, I guess. Or if we even see significant error. Don't let me down. Okay. MPV, run this shit. We get some shit out. We look at the thing that we generated. And can we log... okay. So we are getting off by a little bit as we grow, right? That's kind of what, like, the error is the error is growing over time. So what I would love to do is probably like compare this with the values in the fucking tone curve directly, right? Because we thought that we generated a perfect tone curve. And so the question now is like, is the color management system applying something incorrectly, or are our values themselves just fucked up? So can I sample from our tone curve directly? Like there should be like CMS tone curve, like can we extract the tone curve from this thing? Let's take a look. TRC. There's like red TRC tag, maybe? Okay, so somebody is going to like pass in a signature somewhere. And can we like get tag? Read and write raw tag data. Like I would think that they're gonna give us like a CMSH profile, and on this handle to a profile, we should be able to like ask it for the tone curve that we gave it. This is a bunch of creators. Create transform. Get postscript. Maybe it's not that simple. I guess there was the get buffer thing somewhere. There is something about like create RGB profile. We could try creating an sRGB profile here and comparing it. Maybe that's interesting. Maybe we ask them to make an sRGB profile and see if that is different than what we are giving. Because we think we're giving it a perfect sRGB profile. And if we're not, then something's wrong. Yeah, let's take a look there. So we have, what is it? CMS create sRGB profile. And can we do like profile is this? And then I guess we have to free this thing eventually. And we're going to use this here. And then we probably have, there was probably with the context ID. Right, we probably want the one that takes in this CMS thing here. Because it's attached to this context here. Then later we want to do CMS delete profile, CMS close profile, nice. Of profile, like this. Okay. Okay. Nice. And then we can see if this guy has a much lower error for the sRGB curve. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. So somewhere in here, I don't know, way the fuck up here somewhere. I guess what was it? It was, we had some log to checkpoint with. Oh, did we lose our logs on the fucking matching? New best. We had give me your transfer. Can we print here? We lost our print. Printf TRC this has error of this. TRC error sum. Yep. He's mad because I fucked up. This is a float. Alright. Give me yo transform. Yeah, okay. This is way better. which means that what we can do is we can just dump out the fucking default sRGB profile, compare it to what we've generated, and see where we went wrong, which is great. But first, I have to pee, and we're on an ad break, so we can kind of hit both of those at once. Be right back. Gotta piss. Mission accomplished. I didn't even fall in. Okay. So what did we decide? We decided that we were going to take this thing, and can we just save the fucking default fucking sRGB profile somewhere? CMS save profile to file of profile to sRGB.icc. Let's just take a little peek skis and see what the fuck the difference is. All right, so sRGB ICC, nice. Can we maybe, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I guess we need to look at our ICC tooling that we have locally, and we can kind of print out what we see in there. So at some point we had like an ICC reader. Okay, and can we take our ICC reader and maybe print out what sections we see at the very least? Huh, I don't really like the way we implemented this anymore. We learnt more as we went. Where is readable tags used? Let's start by trying to peek at what tags are available. Okay. Zig out bin, zig run ICC reader maybe? sRGB.icc. Okay, so this is what this guy has. And what ours has, we don't have this chroma tag. These values, whatever the fuck we are logging, are identical, so that's good. So I guess the next thing I want to look at is the RTRC thing, and maybe we can try to compare them. So I think we have in ICC Reader a way to pull out the RTRC, which should be an sRGB curve. So can we do like RTRC? Jesus Christ, what the fuck are we doing here? ICC file RTRC. Or else return error no RTRC. Then we need to say, hey, this is associated with this reader because we need to pull this thing out of something. We have to like seek in the file to the right spot, and then we have this guy. And what does this guy give him? Try here. And what the fuck does this guy make? Curve point iter. Oh, I see. So we read from this guy, and we get a curve point. And can we just debug print see the number? And what I would love to do actually is print it next to the actual value, but maybe for now we can kind of just do this. Okay, so this guy needs to be var like this. And can we compare this with sRGB? Not curve. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So what is it instead? Content type. What the fuck? There we go. Para. Okay. So what is that? We just look at the ICC spec, I guess. Para. Para. Parametric curve type. What is a parametric curve type? 10.18. Parametric curve type describes a one-dimensional curve by specifying one of a predefined set of functions using the parameters. The byte assignment encoding shall be given in table 67. Okay. So probably this just has like a fucking sRGB. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna be how do we express sRGB? You know what? When we looked at our error graph before of our thing, it looked kind of like this, right? Where the error was like kind of growing as our value increased. I wonder if we're working with the wrong unit when we generate our tone curve. Right? So the reason that like theirs is working correctly is because they're defining it in terms of some function. We're not doing that, right? Because we want to be able to do whatever the fuck we want to the curve. That is intentional. But when we generate this curve, we are using red TRC sampler. So we have ICC write, we have a sampler that comes in, and in this sampler, when we are writing, we have this. So we go for 0 to number of curve samples, get me the value of I here, divide this by curve samples, it's got to be -1, right? Because probably the last sample is max is like white, right? And so having curve samples instead of curve samples -1 means that we never get maximum value. I bet you that's the bug. I bet you that's it. GUI? Okay, let's hit save, close, MPV, and let's see what the error tolerance is now for the sRGB curve. Gimme yo transform. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so that fixes yet another bug, right? We should now correctly identify that we are sRGB without any hacks to the library, which is really good. However, I think this still looks like fucking hot garbage ass garbage shit. So why? Why? We were missing the chroma flag as well. Right, so when we compared... Oh, you know what? Can we just double check? If we use the sRGB profile here as our input to MPV, that also looks like stupid fucking shit ass garbage shit. Right? Compared to if we just have no profile at all. Okay. So that means that sorry, my stupid fucking dumbass brain is melting. That could mean one of two things, I think. One, the default when the color space is unknown, he literally just maps the data out as is. And by default, it's fucking incorrect. Option 2 is that the monitor is not supposed to be sRGB. But I think that wouldn't... Yeah, that's option 2. And I'm pretty sure everything I've read so far is that the monitor is supposed to be sRGB, right? And we can actually kind of prove this to ourselves a little bit, right? We kind of see in this shader output that we had, when we do not apply a manual profile, we see like the shader that we generate is literally just like take the shit and spit it the fuck back out. Right? And we have some proof from somewhere back in the chain that the input profile is not sRGB, right? We saw somewhere, I don't remember where, but in some sort of like in some loop somewhere, it was like in delinearize maybe? We saw here that I think we were in TRC BT1886, right? So I think that it could be that the output is fucking wrong unless we apply the profile. Right? Because what we see, the difference we see is that when we say, hey, load my profile the fuck up, sorry, we see the shader, wherever the fuck that shader output is, somewhere here, right? He loads the thing, then he does this shit, right? So he like linearizes the thing, does some color space conversion, whatever. Then he unlinearizes it using the correct function now. And it must be that this is doing something that we don't want, right? And so it would be interesting if we can prove to ourselves that we make the linearize function always go through the sRGB path. So can we just do like, what is the type of this guy? I mean, I think we just force it where we go, fuck. We can't force it here. It's also possible it's bugged in the ICC profile mode. Yeah, true. What if we just do this? For now. Just fuck my shit up. Maybe it's the stuff below, actually, not the linearized stuff. So, where was this called? PL color D linearize? It could be like when he's trying to do chroma conversion or something. Where was this called? Fucking... Nope, not this one. PL color delinearize. Am I fucking stupid? PL color delinearize. It's literally only called in that one spot. Am I fucking crazy? Is delinearize my shit up not in there? Oh, it's not. We saw it somewhere else then. So wait, this isn't even the right spot. Were we in renderer here? So we have linearize and delinearize here. Oh, shader delinearize. And is delinearize my shit like this. Wait, okay, wait, let's try. I want to try this still again. So we force the sRGB curve when we see BT1886. Because in here, delin. Yeah, delinearize my shit 1, where this is 1. Yeah. So we just force it to act like sRGB and see if that changes anything. Oopsies. MPV? Still no. Okay. Where the fuck? Wait. I'm confused. MPV, we are using an ICC profile. Can we linearize? Ah, okay, here we go. Oh, fuck, am I in the wrong fucking function again? It's the linearize, not the delinearize where we have the problem. Right? It's PL shader linearize that's wrong. Wait, but we have delinearize of the transfer function 1, 2. I'm actually a little bit confused. Because my understanding here would be that the... I guess it's like, are we forcing the... How do I say this? I would have thought that the profile was specifying for output, which would make it so that the delinearize step should be the sRGB thing that we parsed from the array. But I think it's actually the linearize step that's noticing that. Transfer function. Transfer function 1. Transfer function 2. So we're seeing both. Well, that's confusing. Do we have that log in multiple places? It's literally only here. I guess this is probably getting called from multiple contexts. But in the case where we're doing all of that like color conversion stuff, the linearized step is in BT1886 space? Hold on. I'm confused about it again. delin. So we have shader, linearize me up, please. Okay. And then ICC encode. Oh, I see. My bad. So we get data in. The data is encoded with this other thing. Then we like do some math to get it in the right color space, and then we encode it for our display. Which should be applying... Hold on. Which should be applying 1 over gamma. Okay, wait, this is all making sense. This is all making sense. So it would be, I guess I would think that the linearize function, if before nothing was happening, we should be able to linearize with sRGB, and then when we do the inverse with the ICC profile, we should go back. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. Okay, that looks like it's supposed to. So I think the bug is that without an ICC profile, we're just displaying in this BT whatever space instead of sRGB, which is maybe like correct. We might be missing a piece of info here, but that does seem to be it. So what is BT1886? So the other thing we can do to prove that this is correct is if we use the BT1886 as our thing. And is it possible that our monitor is BT1886, or is it more likely that every single video that I open that was recorded with OBS just displays wrong? How confusing. It is used for Rec 709 or Rec 2020. I don't even know how to confirm that. I guess we could open up our literal video that we're watching right now. Except no, it's not this. It's what is this fucking called? MPV 2025 or 2026? Fucking build MPV. Sorry, MPV build MPV. Hello? We're in the wrong folder? Okay. So the question is, are the colors here correct? The answer is maybe no. Versus, if we do it with the color profile, okay, wait, we actually need to confirm this, because I'm actually like quite unsure now. So what we should see is if, so this is with the profile. These two colors should be the same. Right, so this and this should be the same color. And then we load it again without the profile and see if it's wrong. Oh, wait, did we fuck shit up, though? I can't remember if we're using, like, a bugged version of the, Hold on. Those look the same to me. I mean, there's like video encoding artifacts, but I do think it's the same. But that's even more confusing, right? Because these should not be the same, unless I fucked something up. Hold on. Let me make sure that my like my evil mod to libplacebo is undone. This one, right? So we want to make sure that we're not forcing the sRGB curve. Oh my god. Okay. Well, what we could also do is we could try to like just seek forward in this thing to a point where we have a better comparison here. Okay, so this is default mode. LG library path. Yeah, I guess you're right. We could just not fucking... Oh, I guess we don't want the LG library path. So I guess it's good. I guess it's good that we're not doing that. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Here we go. So somewhere around here. So this is without the profile, which I actually think I do see a difference in there. And then this is with the profile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There's like around here. Okay. That's so much more confusing. To me, they are both different, but they're the same different. Which indicates that it's not like we're running the wrong color profile. Or... K-Win shading, yeah, it could be... Oh, yeah, you can see it there, right? As I Alt-Tab, the background of this thing changes color. Aha. Okay. And also, we don't really have a guarantee that this video that's being recorded with OBS right now has the same color space problems. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. I think I want to take a break. It feels like I'm close. I feel like the fact that our thing now acts just like the sRGB curve is very good. I'm a little bit confused about why the behavior when opening this video is different than opening that replay file. And I think I don't have as clear of... How do I say this? I need to like compare if on videos I'm generating on my other account, which are the same, because that's the MKV that I have there for the source of these images. I want to like compare if it's different. Or if it's like always broken. Because if it's just always broken, then that's like kind of funny. And we should like always be using a profile, and that's kind of funny. Because it seemed to me, based off of the code that we saw, like it's just taking a BT whatever the fuck encoded video and just slapping it on the display without transforming it to sRGB. That's what it looked like to me. Which would be wrong. So I'm going to take a look at that a little bit more off stream, but I want a break. And this is kind of, we're at like 2 hours and 40, so I don't really want to stream for that much longer if this is going up on the main YouTube. So I think we call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, we stream most days. We aim for 12:30 to 4 o'clock Pacific time. It is 3:15 now because we end up going straight into the main segment. Usually we do a little bit of early segment that we like call happy hour, that we do like a little bit of cleanup, a little bit of refactoring, that type of thing, and then we kind of move into the main segment. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to see VODs for that stuff, those VODs go up on Patreon, YouTube members, and Twitch. If you pay in the appropriate place. If you pay, you also get the knowledge of that you are helping the stream continue. This is much less profitable than a real job. It's a lot nicer. I like it a lot more, but we're not even close. So if I want to do this forever or for an extended period of time, we do need support. Obviously no pressure though. Obviously no pressure. I can always just get a job like a normal fucking human being. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. YouTube, peace out, and Twitch is find someone to raid.